All right, we've got a bunch of Salon Shears to sharpen this morning, and I'm hoping somebody will come back and watch this video after the fact. I'm shooting it as a live stream, so it's a little different. So the first thing I'm going to do is a dry tissue test, and it does not cut dry tissue. So we know they're dull, so I'm not even going to go to the wet tissue test because we know it's not going to cut. I will do a hair test. Let's do that. Good morning, whoever popped in. So this is the dry, I did the dry tissue test. We're not going to do a wet tissue test. We're going to do a hair test, and it's pushing the hair. So those need sharpening. All right. Little isopropyl alcohol. Set that aside. Just going to do a little bit of visual inspection on there. That's the first thing I do. And I can see the wear all along the inside of the ride line on the shear. You can see all the damage right there and looking at it. So, all right, let's take it apart. Make sure you keep all the parts handy. I always like to put them in this little container with a little isopropyl alcohol. I need to get a couple new towels out. Yeah, these are pretty worn. They've been sharpened to death too. I didn't check the set on them first. That one looks all right. That one looks okay also. So we got some damage right in there. Right there. Multi-tools? What kind of multi-tool? You talking about like a Leatherman or something like that? A little damage right there. Yeah, they're good. You should always keep one in your vehicle, that's for sure. Little damage right there on that ride line. Yeah, I like the Leatherman. I carry a Leatherman. Got it in my truck. It's always come in handy. And I like Swiss Army knives. Just a small Swiss Army knife in your pocket's awesome to have. I always have one handy. All right, that looks pretty good. I think we're going to get that little nick out when we put it on the flat hone. 162 people watching out there. Do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. It does help our little channel out. And if you're so inclined, please subscribe to the channel. We're sharpening Salon Shears. We got 4 pairs of Salon Shears that a nice lady dropped off last night after she got off work. The salon is closed on Sundays, so I told her I'd get them sharpened for her and have them this afternoon so she can have them tomorrow morning. She's going to work tomorrow. So we just got a little damage right in there on that ride line all the way to the tip. And these are pretty washed out. These have been sharpened to death. But they're her favorite pair. And so I'm going to get them to cut good for her. Looks good here. Yes, I'm responding to what I see. Volpex knives. You make knives, I assume? Hey, Eddie, what's going on, buddy? So, the same nick is on both sides. So she must have hit them on something, because that nick right there is the same as the other blade. But I think we'll get it in the grinding process, so we're going to move on. I think I got a clean ride line. Oh, just another day, man. Got some salon shears to do this morning, and then I'll be caught up. See, there's a nick right there. And there's a nick here on this blade, exact same spot. I don't know how she did that, but she banged it into something. All right, we got to change up the dust collector here and turn some lights on. You know what? I'm going to change out that abrasive. I used that abrasive a lot yesterday for those dog grooming shears. I had 5 pairs of dog grooming shears yesterday afternoon that were really bad shape. So let's change out this abrasive here. And I didn't use the other ones, so they're fresh. But I will put the grit on this one. do a couple passes and see what it looks like. Awesome. And these are beveled edge shears. They are not convex shears. Well, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you subscribe to the channel. I'll subscribe to your YouTube channel also. It's a little chilly in here this morning, I'll tell you. Just a little convex on the polishing. I don't want to do too much. How's everyone doing this morning? It's morning in Texas. I don't know what time it is where you're at. So we're having coffee still. My hands are cold. Yeah, it's called a flat hone, H-O-N-E. You can go to Wolf Industries. It's Wolf Industries in Spartanburg, South Carolina makes this particular machine. You're in Germany. There's some other ones. There's some European models. Adams makes a similar, ADEMS makes a similar thing. A flat hone. This is a flat hone. Hirito flat hone. Wolf Industries in Spartanburg, South Carolina. My hands are cold. I have to put some gloves on. It's chilly. No problem. Thanks for watching. That looks good. So we got the little nick off the blade. There was a nick right there on the blade, so it's gone now. Make sure it's gone on this blade too. Was it? It was on both sides. looked like it, I don't know, she nicked it into another piece of metal or something, I don't know. But we got it fixed. Let's hope that they cut better. They were folding hair. Since we worked the ride lines prior to going to the flat hone, we don't have to do that much work. Some guys do the ride lines and the hone lines before going to the flat hone. Some guys do it after. I happen to do it both. I like to establish the ride line first and then just clean it up a little bit after going to the flat hone. You're quite welcome. Like I said, I think it's available in Europe. I think they'll ship to Europe, but there's a couple of European manufacturers too. So we started off with the 1,000 grit stone. Now we're going to this is a 6,000 grit stone. It's dirty. I should have done some stone maintenance before starting, but we're going to move on. I'm going to get these done. I've got dog grooming stuff coming in this afternoon. Looks good. 170 people watching. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, and if you're so inclined, please subscribe to the channel. It does help our little business down here. It helps our YouTube channel out, obviously, and it helps our little business also. We do mail-in sharpening from all around the United States, and strangely enough, some people have found me on YouTube and mailed things to us. I've got some scissors coming in right now from St. Louis. Should be here tomorrow. That looks good. She's missing a washer here. So let me see if I can find one that'll fit. All right. It's a little chilly in the shop today. My hands are cold. That's probably going to work. So if you're just joining us, we're sharpening Salon Shears. Those feel pretty good. let me put this up before I knock this over and all my parts go everywhere. All right, so we've got these sharpened. So now we're just going to test them a little bit. I'll tell you right now, they're not closing all the way. So I'm going to do a little adjustment. If you're watching out there, tell me where you're watching from. There we go. All right, so we just did a little adjustment on them, on the bumper. Get them to close. They feel really good, so let's do a dry tissue test first. Oh yeah, really good. I'm gonna do a wet tissue test, but you guys are not gonna be able to see it because I've got the tissue paper hanging up, but we'll test on hair here in a minute. I'm gonna test them over here. Oh, they cut clean, super clean. All right, let's do a hair test. So I want to make sure it cuts at the back. It does. Middle does. Make sure the tip cuts, and the tip cuts just wonderfully. Look how crisp that is. So she'll be happy with those. All right, so let's do another pair. Hey, thanks for watching from Orlando. Tell you what I got to do is I got to adjust these a little bit more. That looks good. And then we're going to oil them. Yeah, I'm out of oil. Hang on. There we go. Pennsylvania. Hey, thanks for watching from Pennsylvania. Had to go get some oil here. Fill up my little oil container, lubricant container. All right, that's better. All right, so those are done. All right, so we've got the wicked sharp shears. Let's test them with hair. They're pushing hair right there. They're just dull. No, Eddie, it's the oil I use for scissors is a basically a wax-based lubricant, and it keeps these dry. I buy it from Wolf Industries. There we go. It looks pretty good. I don't see any huge damage on these. I sold her these shears. Just worn. Ride lines look pretty good. Maybe a little damage right there. There's a little ding right there in the blade. A little bit right there. All right, let's go to the ride lines. Hope everybody's having a good day out there. How much does what cost? New one cost? Shears? It's a Henway, Barney. Well, I actually should have flattened these stones before I got started this morning. I did several pairs of shears over the last couple of days, and I probably should have done some stone maintenance. No, the first three, when I do that first three down, there'll be a micro burr on these shears from cutting over time. So I want to push that burr forward, and that's why the 3 back strokes. So I've got just a little issue right there. Isn't that funny? The first pair of shears were like that too. What is she doing getting a ding in these blades like that? I want to get it out before I go to the flat home. Yeah, Summit, yeah, I've got a hero toe. So Barney, did you like that I finally got some Wagyu? And I don't know where those steaks came from. I have no idea. I think my son bought them and left them here in our freezer. I wouldn't pay that much for steaks. That's a little out of my price range. I gave them a pretty good chunk of meat. The wife wasn't very happy with me feeding the dogs Wagyu, but I did give them a bunch of, I trimmed up a pork roast last night for something I'm making today, and they got a lot of pork trimmings last night. All right, so I got the little nick out of it. I still see something. I still get a little refraction of light right there and there. Man, I think I got it. But still see something. Let me do a little bit more. Hey, Jimmy. All right, looks good. So I got an issue there, there, and there. Got to move my fingers over those areas. A little bit more downward pressure. 321 people watching. Do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. And if you're so inclined, please subscribe to the channel. It does help our business out. Still got an area there and there. Still got something there. Oh, so is this what he wore in Home Alone? I never paid attention to his gloves. My hands are freezing this morning. I don't know why. It's a little chilly in the shop. And these are those cut-proof gloves, so these are, you won't cut yourself with them, supposedly. I have a tendency to cut myself when sharpening. I think we're good. I think there's still a little spot, but I'll get that on the flat hone. All right, we got the ride lines looking good. Yeah, you gotta have your Vinny gloves, you know what I mean? You gotta have your Vinny gloves. I was thinking about getting one of the sequin ones like Michael Jackson. I need some bling on my gloves. .45 degrees is what it came down to. And I've got it about on 6. But I need to take a little bit more material. I've got a little hump in the middle of them. All right, now I got a consistent burr. I had a burr at the back, burr at the tip, but nothing in the middle. It's kind of a little hump there, so, or a little indentation. So we got it now. So, and these are convex here, so we're going to convex them. So those look pretty good. Jimmy, I know some guys go wide open on these things. I don't. I kind of take my time. I always tell people, if you're in a hurry, I'm probably not your guy. Hey Jim, good morning. Whoa. Yeah, I don't know what the RPM is, to be honest with you. I don't know what the actual speed is. About 70%, whatever 70% on a Hurato is, 60, 70%. That looks good. I got a clean edge on it, got a good convex, got a good polish on it. Not bad work, huh? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Got to have some coffee. Cheers, folks. I suspect the other blade's going to be the same, so I'm going to go ahead and go aggressive, at least with a couple of passes. Same thing. So I got a burr up here, and I got a burr back here, but I don't have any burr in the middle. All right, a little bit more. I think I'm good. All right, we're good. That's convex. We got a nice convex going, and we can just keep going from here. Looks good. little burr stuck right there. All right, I think we're good. Let's go polishing now. I think we're good. So let's see something at the tip there. That's going to be an issue. I'm going to have to go back on this blade. I've got an issue on the tip. So what I did was I didn't get that tip completely, so I'm going to have to do it again. And I saw it in the refraction of the light. That's better. That looks good. Sometimes you got to start over, you know, if you don't get it right. It wasn't going to cut properly if I had left it that way, and she would have noticed that right away doing tip cutting. It was going to pull the hair at the tips if I didn't fix that. What's everybody up to today? Looks good. All right. It's just taking way too much time. All right, yeah, that's better. I don't have that refraction of the light like I did before. So there we go. All right, back to the stones. It shouldn't take us very long. Let's get this done. I got 2 more pairs to do, and we're already 46 minutes into this live stream. That's way too much time. I got a nice clean ride line. That looks good. All right. Let's go to the 6,000 stone. I think we're good. $217 people watching out there. Do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. And if you're so inclined, please subscribe to the channel. It does help our little business out down here in Texas. That looks good. Awesome, 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 awesome. I should have turned some music on. Brad, I'm in League City, Texas. It's in Galveston County, Upper Galveston County, halfway between Houston and Galveston. Feel good? Tissue test was perfect. Let me do a wet tissue test. I'll give y'all an idea. This is just dry tissue. Just zero resistance on the dry tissue. Longview, right up the road. I got a dog groomer in Gilmer that mails me her tools. Oh, wet tissue test was just perfect. All right, let's try the hair. So cutting at the back, great. Cutting in the middle, fantastic. Tip is the most important, and they're just cutting nice and crisp compared to the way they were. All right, so let's do a final adjustment and cleaning here. We tightened up a little bit there. Jimmy, I bought this on Amazon. These are real hair extensions. This was outrageously expensive, but I also have multiple salons, and I have them ask them to give me a ponytail, and they haven't gotten me one in a while. So this is the last ponytail that I got from one of my salons. Ask your salons, if they cut a ponytail, have them save it for you, because I hate buying them. And then I've got a mannequin, a real hair mannequin, supposed to be real hair mannequin back behind me here. All right, so those are good, but I prefer to get it from a salon, because if a girl cuts a ponytail, obviously you know it's real hair, and the stuff I order online, I'm not 100% sure if it's real hair or not. All right, so here's another pair. This is her fourth pair. And you know, those aren't cutting too bad. Well, they're pushing at the tip. Let's see if we can get them a little sharper. Yeah, that's an idea. I like that idea, Barney. My daughter's got really long hair, and every once in a while she gets it cut, and I get a ponytail. It's been a while. How did that work out? This one is my favorite right here, but it didn't work on this particular one. Knock that over is what I'm going to do. Looks good. Yeah, that is nice when you have that control. That's why I like that small one. I got pretty good control with this one. I don't have as good a control with this one. I'd like this one to be smaller. I got a couple other ones around here, but I've lost them. I think they're in my travel case. little nick right there. Jimmy, this is 1,000 grit stone, and that one back there is a 6,000. I had been using a 1,500 for the longest time. And in my travel box, I have a 1,500, but I bought this 1,000. I really like it. I don't believe you've got to go to 6,000 on those ride lines. I think 3,000 is more than enough. That's my opinion anyway. Still got a little something right there. Yeah, you know, these are Sharpen stones. Well, that other one's not a Sharpen, I think. Is there Sharpen? Yeah, it is. I find it, some of the ride lines in such bad shape that it takes forever. So that's why I went to 1,000. I actually thought about getting an 800. I think I have an 800 down in my box. Have to look. Probably an 800 might be even better on some of these. For those damaged ride lines. I think that's good. I think that's fine right there. I'm going to leave it. So got a little damage right there. Water, that's just water. These are just ceramic stones, and so they need to be wet. Still see some damage right in there. That's why light is so important when you're sharpening. I hate when I go into a salon and it's real dark. A little bit more. I'm going to reposition my fingers, put a little extra pressure on that area. It's time for some whetstone maintenance for sure. I got some dog grooming tools coming in this afternoon, so before that I'm going to have to do some maintenance. A little bit more. Okay, I think that's about the best we're going to get that on the inside. We still got more work to do with the stones afterwards, so, but we're clean right now. Yeah, dihydrous oxide. There you go. Dihydrogen monoxide. Good one, Barney. Still got an issue there. All right, we're good, I think. I don't want to take too much material off. That looks good. All right, let's move on. Well, I appreciate everybody watching out there, keeping me company on this Sunday morning. If you're just joining us, we're sharpening Salon Shears. We got 4 pairs to do. This is the 3rd pair of the batch. I got one more after this one. And then I'm caught up till this afternoon. I got some dog groomers dropping off this afternoon. But I told them I wouldn't have them probably until Tuesday. Waiting on a couple people to come pick up knives that I sharpened yesterday. I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go get aggressive. All of these, she cuts on the tips. She uses tip cutting a lot, I can tell. Because we're all 3 pairs so far, that's where they've been worn. Not as many people watched today. Yesterday I had a ton of people on when I was sharpening. Still see some red right there in the middle. I think we're good now. Now we got a burr, I think. I don't have an even burr row, that's the problem. Yeah, I still see some. That's exactly right. That's the exact reason why I use red. I tried the blue also. Like my buddy John Kuipers, he likes blue. But I couldn't see the blue either. Now I can see the black on a knife, but not on the polished shears. So you're the same as I am, Jimmy, on that. Seems like red works better for me. I trained a guy, and he liked the blue. Yeah, I'm trying to be real careful not overheating that blade. I got my water here. Got just a little issue on the tip of this blade. This is a very aggressive 320 there. Belts would not be appropriate for shears. It would create too many waves. Hey, but you got trained by the right guy. Jim O'Donnell's sharp, man. You picked the right guy. You know, Jim was, if you're going to learn on the Hirito, Jim would be the guy to go to. Somebody said something about East Texas. I'm sorry, it scrolled up. You said you were in East Texas? I'm in League City. You can check out my website, contact me. Yeah, I mean, that's a good business. Ask Jimmy. Jimmy's a mobile sharpener. He does mobile sharpening. The only mobile sharpening I do is for salons. Jerry, just contact me through my website. I'm going to switch it. You'll see my website here in just a second. Where in East Texas are you? We got to clean that up and we're ready. I think we got these looking good. Yeah, that's correct. You got to be good with people in this business if you want to survive. God dang it, what's going on here? Hang on, Jerry, you can see my website. Jerry, go to sharpenright.com. You can message me, or you can send me an email and I'll send you some information. I don't know where Cedar Creek is. I'm in League City. I'm in Galveston County, so. Looks pretty good. Let's go back to the stones. We got one more pair to sharpen after this. I'd like to get to 100 people hitting thumbs up. So y'all hit that thumbs up button for me. And I hope you subscribe to the channel. It does help our little business out. That sucks. I hope you responded to him that he did not do business with you, that he's just being a jackass. That looks good. Thanks, Jerry. I pretty much work by appointment only and referral only. I don't do a whole lot of advertising other than here. Now keep in mind, I've been in business 11 years, so I've built up a really good clientele. I'm in a highly densely populated area. So is Jimmy there with Mr. King. He's in San Antonio, so that's a very highly populated. You got to be in a you need to be in a populated area to really build your business. That's my opinion anyway. I've been real lucky. When my wife retires, she's got 5 more years as a school teacher. When she retires, we're going to travel, and that's what we're going to do, is we'll hit small towns everywhere we go. Oh, that's cutting great. Those are nice now. She'll be happy with those. They were not cutting at the tip, and I can tell she uses the tips, so those are good. All right, we got one more pair to do. Casper Home, I'm in League City, Texas, south of Houston. Older or newer scissors, I prefer newer ones, obviously, that haven't been sharpened to death. But you got to do whatever you got to do to get these girls' scissors to cut. That's too tight. Those feel good. Fisker, yeah, Fisker scissors all the time. Well, you can, Sanchez, is that it, Sanchez? You can email me and I'll send you some information on starting a business. I've put together some information for guys who want to do sharpening for a business, for what it's worth. All right, those are done. Last pair. Let's see how they cut dry tissue. Those are cutting pretty good. I don't think these need sharpening. Oh no. I'm gonna tell her to leave these alone. Oh, well, they are pushing. See right there? All right, so there's a little spot right there. Yeah, they're pushing at the tip too. All right, so we're gonna sharpen them. Clean up some of this mess. I got hair everywhere. I appreciate y'all hanging with me this long. Hey Jimmy, are you still out there? Should not lead to a blank page. Jimmy, when you went out with Jim O'Donnell, did he teach you clipper blades too? Or you just did the shear sharpening? Scissors are a lot harder than knives. Knives is the easiest to sharpen, and obviously more people have knives. Every household has 3 to 5 knives to sharpen. So if you're going to start a sharpening business, start with knives. Nobody's ever going to complain about you sharpening, how you sharpen a knife either. Okay, makes sense. I haven't either. I kind of winged it. There is money to be made in saw blades and chainsaws and stuff like that. I don't do that business. I don't want to deal with it, but yeah, there's people making money in it. There's no question about it. There's only one company in the Houston area that sharpens saws, like, you know, rip saws and things like regular round saw blades. Somebody could make a fortune in the Houston area doing saw blades. I refer all of my lawn equipment and chainsaws to one guy here in this town that does small engine repair, and he also sharpens lawnmower blades and things like that, and I send him all the business. All right, these are in pretty good shape, so we're not going to have to take a whole lot of work here. Yep, there you go. Barney, don't you also do like machine stuff too, don't you? Some, oh, look at that. That looks terrible. The industrial side, man, you can make a lot of money. That's just not something I want to do, but there's some big bucks there. Coffee's getting cold. Jimmy, you're just all right, brother. You're a good man. Where's y'all's cruise going to? I know you're going out of Galveston, but which line are y'all taking and where y'all going? Some damage on the outside of this one. Oh, cool. All right, we're good. We got a good burr on that one. These are brand new shears, and they got an odd grind from the factory. Good. $88 thumbs up. Let's see if we can get to 100. Only got a couple more minutes. That looks nice. Jimmy, did you ever see Bunny? Bunny and Sweet Lou. I like them people. They're nice. I haven't seen them in a long time. No, I think this one came from Wolf Industries, and I need a new one. This one's so compacted with material, but I still like it on certain blades, and then I have a thick one also. I made this one myself. I bought the polishing pads from I can't remember the name, but it's like a jewelry company. Man, I just don't like the way that looks. No, I don't know any barbers in Austin, sorry. I'm in the Houston area. I don't like the way this looks. I still see some refraction of light on the edge, so I want a cleaner edge than that. Take more material. Just being careful. I try to remove the burr first. I use a chamois. This is an auto chamois. It's cut into pieces. cleaner edge now. I just didn't like the way that looked. So right now I've got a really micro burr on here. I can see it. So at this point, what I'll do is so this is when I'll use the chamois to push that burr up. And it really does a good job of getting most of the burr off. That looks good. I'm gonna do one more little pass. All right, we're good. And Jimmy, that's why I like this one. This real thin pad. I think it gives a superior edge. I really do. So I hate to get rid of that polishing pad, even though it's got so much material in it. All right, we're finishing up here. It's been a long sharpening and tons of people. Oh shoot, I didn't, well, see, I'm not paying attention. I didn't sharpen this blade. Well, I appreciate you watching out there. This blade's done. Didn't do the other blade. I'm starving, Eddie, but I've got an hour and 15 minutes before I can eat. All right, we got a burr. I'm gonna do a little, just a slight convex with this more aggressive. All right, we're good. We're golden. Let's get this done. And these abrasives have about had it too. So we're not getting as much material taken off as fast. But we shouldn't have to work the ride lines as much. Still got some gunk on it. Still see a little micro burr. All right, looks good. That looks good. Make sure that one's clean. I charge $20 per pair to sharpen salon, barber, and pet grooming shears when they bring them to me at my home shop. I only sharpen mobile for salons and barber shops, and I charge $35 a pair with a minimum of 3 to go to a salon or a barber shop to sharpen. And that's also only within a certain geographic distance of my home. That looks good. That looks good. I think we can turn that off now. Turn the dust collector off because we're finished after this. Here's my other I was looking everywhere for that. That looks good. Can we get 5 more people to hit a thumbs up till we can get to 100 thumbs up on this live stream? I hope you subscribe to the channel also. It does help our little business down here in Texas grow. Looks good. They look wonderful. Let's see if we can get them back together and see how they cut. Missing a washer here. Well, I appreciate you people hanging out with me this morning. This was a long live stream. A ton of people have texted me. They're probably getting ticked off that I'm not returning their text, but I'll get to them. We're almost done here. Awesome, 105 people hit that thumbs up. I do appreciate it. Hope you subscribe to the channel. All right, let's do one more cleaning here and adjustment, then we'll test them. Oh, tissue test was wonderful. Let's just go to the hair. We're not going to worry about anything else. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I think you have to hit that bell button, Jimmy. Those are cutting great. Awesome. Well, I appreciate everybody watching. You never know when I'm going to be online. All right, guys, that's it. That is it for today. You guys want to see just what the little setup looks like, and I just have the camera on this boom and I move it back and forth, but you guys can see this. You want to see the setup right there. So this is my little shop. All the little parts right there for this is the shear sharpening setup right there. Then here's my knife setup here. So when you guys are watching the live stream on the knives, there's the boom I have for that. And there's my dust collection system. It doesn't work great, but it does okay. See, it runs along there and runs back there, and there's the blower and everything. You can see the tubes go along, and I have it gated where I can go from machine to machine. And of course, it runs all the way over here to the clipper blade machine. It does a fair job of getting the dust out of it, out of my face anyway. All right, well, we got these 4 done. Appreciate everybody watching. Barney, good to see you as always. Always appreciate your banter. Hope everybody has a great day, great evening, wherever you're at. Cheers from Texas. Take care.